Howdy, y'all. Joe Hills here, recording as I always do in Nashville, Tennessee. And as you can see, there's our Tale of Kingdoms village. There's our Mistcraft house, Topmast's house. Was going to be my house. Now I've kind of made it a temporary construction base. And then, of course, my new house. I'm pretty happy with this new house. I've used those swords that we talked about to make all sorts of cool light beams of various colors. I've got an awesome redstone array down here that creates this incredible projection screen. It's pretty fancy. I probably should have made a cool one that has a J move up the screen, but I think just even having these cool swirl slashes or whatever is pretty neat. Now, I've got other features that I might not have showed you in earlier episodes. For example, this is known as spikes. These are spike blocks. If you step on them, well, which I was smart enough not to there, then you take damage. And I thought about making the whole path out of those, but in order to construct those spike blocks, you need to take... Why is there... Oh, spike. There we go. Wait, there's a hot spike block? Oh. I bet that sets you on fire and is spiky. That's even better. It takes 5 iron ingots, though, to make those, so it's kind of expensive. Didn't want to make the entire path deadly, just the last part. The last mile, if you were. I don't know. I'm still trying to figure out what to do with this internal space here. One thing that I wanted to do was replace these ladders with this azurite vine stuff, because I thought that would look pretty cool, and it works just like a ladder. However, watch what happens when I place this. You see how it's invisible? Like, you hear me place it, right? But the problem is, it for some reason won't show up until I log out and log back in a few times. But then when it does show up, it'll spread everywhere. Seriously, if you come up here, I don't even remember putting some of this on here, and apparently I must have, but it's just started spreading. This is the awesome redstone array thing. You can tell at the beginning I didn't really know what I was doing, but then as I got higher up, the design formalizes, and I figure out, okay, this is something I can repeat every level and make it work. And so what I'm probably going to do is have this entire... I'm going to set up this other side to be the same thing. I haven't done that yet because that takes time. And I put in a window right here. I'm thinking about maybe putting in more windows every however many blocks they are on the other towers, because this is loosely based off of the tower design for every other tower in this mod, like that one over there. Let's see, how far apart are the various... Oh man, this one's maybe further away than I realized, but how far away are the windows in elevation? That would be helpful to know for reference, because I want my tower to look... Oh, you can see the redstone torches. I've started on that array, but I haven't finished it yet. I wanted this to have a look like it conceivably could have come from Divine RPG. Right? Okay, so it looks like the towers... They've got a 2x4 height, maybe? Is that 5 even? Well, no better way to find out than just to climb up there ourselves. So I'm just going to hop on up here. Oh, there's creepers here, so let's get higher up. But, okay. So, of course I still can't. Okay, we're too low to actually see that gate. Or that window. Whoa! Yeah, I should have kept in mind that mobs were going to jump out of that at me. 1, 2, 3, 4. So those are 4 high, and then they have 1, 2, 3 between them. Okay, so that's one mystery solved. Why don't I have my axe out? That's really an oversight. I don't want to just leave this wood here looking stupid. Hopefully no creepers will come upon me as I desperately hunt for my axe. Really? Oh, now I don't have a HUD. And I took a screenshot. And there's our shovel. Okay, good. As long as I got a shovel somewhere that I can, shovel this away. I will have to fashion a new axe made of diamonds and love and experience. But yeah, in the distance there, you see how the lights really highlight the corners of the tower. It kind of reminds me... I was kind of thinking maybe a Las Vegas-y looking building except like a wizard tower from Las Vegas. And I've got red at the bottom because I felt like having black all the way down was not going to look very good at the forest level. Like, I like the idea that as you're running through here, you see a bit of the blue and the reds and whatnot. But okay. So 3 apart and then 4 high. So I think that this one, like this window, for example, is only 3 high. 1, 2, 3. So I might even factor that into my plans. But let's go on back up here and take some of this out. And of course, everything is a mess. I've got my little hidden chest back here for throwing in extra random stuff. So we can just throw some of this extra random stuff in said extra random stuff chest. Then we can throw this egg. That's a shovel. Egg thrown. Next problem. Get our pickaxe out here. So go ahead and make that 1 higher on both sides. Okay, so now that's 4 high. And so to make this 3 high now, I guess the easiest thing for me to do is to climb partway up here. Put that block. Whoa, that was not what I... And of course I don't have an axe. Really should be using blocks that are like optimal for what I'm doing. But okay, so stair block I think is here. The next stair block will go here. Wait, no it won't. Okay, so that's stair block 1. This one's staying. This one's going. Cool. So, and I'll cut out a total of 6 blocks high. So right now we're at 3 high. 4, 5, 6. 4, 5, 6. And then adding these stairs back in here will generate the 4 high window that I'm greatly desiring. Does that look right? Let's hop over here. And that really seems kind of more than 4 high. No, but that must be right. Okay, cool. Wow. Maybe it just seems extra big because of the way I'm doing the window sills. Like I said, I'm trying to model this loosely after the way the other towers look, not precisely. But, okay, so we'll just go ahead and break these as well and make this a 4x2 window as well. So if I run these up the tower, you'll be able to see the cool redstone brick and the redstone objects inside of it. And so that's one idea I had. Let's see, has that azurite vine stuff become visible yet? Okay, yeah, now that's visible there. But like a lot of the other ones I put in aren't yet. I really don't know how those work. I don't know if that's a glitch or if there's some sort of secret of the lost azurite making happen, I don't know, cellular level, biological, botanical stuff going on that I'm just like not privy to. Okay. So I got the windows carved out on this side, and unfortunately without windows carved out on both sides it looks kind of dumb. So rather than just wasting all my time carving out windows on both sides though, I think I want to start the process of putting vines in at all the way down here. Like, I don't know if this is a huge waste of vines or how this even works, but hopefully this will place them and then I'll be able to climb back up them in a little bit. Okay. So, hopefully those will, I don't know, appear or grow. Like I said, not really the most expert on how they work. And, of course, I didn't bring enough to do the whole thing. But yeah, this looks pretty okay. Unfortunately, from the outside, like I said, it doesn't really sell too good. Well, maybe it does. Where are you at, zombie? I have no time for you. Yeah, I guess you can kind of see that there's a gap there, but the building's so dark. Well, I guess it's the same thing over here. It's hard to tell that there's... Once you're actually lined up with it, though, you can see straight through them, which is not something you can do yet on that side. So I will have to adjust that. Oh, I guess I'm also going to want to bring up the windows on the red part accordingly as well. But that's okay. One other thing I wanted to talk about in this episode is I've been trying to figure out like some sort of like markers. These weren't originally intended to be at different heights, but in a weird way, it kind of works. So I was thinking about having. I've got this road with the three colors of the primary colors of the building, the gray, red, and blue, and I'm gonna make in each of these little terrace shelves peel off with one of the colors, and then finally the actual path down here. You've got the blue kind of coming around, and I'm gonna run into spawn protection if I go much further that way. And I'm going to run into the village regeneration if I go too much further this way. So I think this is pretty much just where it's going to start. But yeah. You know what I was looking at too is like that Orthanc thing that Saruman has in Lord of the Rings. Before he became evil and needed to like house an army and all that, that building is just massive. Like, a company that had a building that size would rent out like 10 to 18 of the floors, just because they can't use them all. And this was like one guy's building. Like, I'm sure Saruman the White had visitors from time to time, and he needed folks to stay, so I'm sure there's like some lodgings and whatnot in there. But like, realistically, like, his tower is like 25 times as big as this one. What did he do with all that space back when he wasn't evil? Feel free to leave suggestions in the comments, because like, I mean, did he have like big conferences where he's like, come be the most enlightened person you can with Saruman, the expert of all things? Probably not. He didn't. I don't think he did that. I don't think he had these crazy pyramid scheme conference events. So, what was all that space for? I'm also... Oh, dang it. Yeah, this area down here is kind of underutilized because I haven't figured out what I want to do with it. If I want to have this delve into some sort of dungeon or possibly mine access... One thing I found out, though, is that the new ores do not generate in Mistcraft worlds. So, if I want to get rupees, I gotta mine for them here. So, I might want to set up some sort of mine shaft entrance underneath my house. I don't know, maybe. I mean, I can always use Mistcraft books, though. So, when it comes to actually, like, settling the house, of course, I'm going to step on these spikes and hurt myself. When it comes to actually, you know, settling this and making it a home, I figure this lower part here will be like a foyer. This part here is just like a massive mechanical room. I'm not going to be able to use this space for anything. This is just going to be full of redstone and lights and just wonder. But then once I get up to the level here, this is going to start, of course, I'm not able to just jump across there. Let's try and do this properly. I didn't have enough dark bricks earlier. There we go. So I figured this level up here will actually be like where my bed is and where I have like chests and stuff. I don't know. Because like, unlike Saruman, who needs this massive space for no absolute reason, I really don't need that much more space than I had in my construction base down there. Like, that basement to store things in and the little platform for my bed was pretty nice. I just wanted something that I could light up and make look awesome at nighttime, because living in a Mistcraft dimension where there's never nighttime really just got depressing for me. I like when I design bases, I realize I really enjoy trying to make sure they look cool at night, that they are properly lit and stuff like that, and that was just not a joy that I could encounter in that dimension. So here we go here, and luckily I got plenty more of these. I might even replace the darkstone brick up at the top here with some sort of other color that is going to be slightly more, how you say, not all dark and the same. Like, I like the sides of the tower being all dark because it, you know, lets the patterns like that show up better. But like, once I get up there, the floor doesn't necessarily have to be. So, and I guess I'm going to burn this thing down. Well, maybe not burn it down because I don't want to burn down the forest, but like, once the base up there is finished, this little construction area thing is really not going to be necessary. It just will not be needed. So I wonder if overnight, perhaps, my ladder vines have grown. I wish I knew what the trigger was for making those things become visible. Because it just seems kind of random, like all of a sudden I'll log in or something and they'll be like, oh, hey, those vines that were invisible before, like I could punch blocks behind them, all of a sudden they're visible. Also, that block, the blue one right there, I left that one there so you know that I'm always thinking of you, whoever is really bothered by that block being there. That's Joe Hills remembering you, his viewers. And I cannot stay on this ladder. Also, is this ceiling going to be a problem with that window? No, it's okay, good. That would not have been fun if it's like, oh, okay, also, that window's just in the middle of the floor. So, okay. But we'll just go ahead and do a dark floor as the base here. Because honestly, I think that would still look best, like, looking up at it through the windows. But maybe not. I don't know. So, let's see. I have kind of a balcony thing over on this side. I'm going to probably end up mirroring it over here. Just out of love of symmetry on the macro level. I thought about doing the whole tower as kind of like corrupted, where like parts were like off kilter and like looked wrong. I love this view from up here. Yeah, see, that's what we had right about the mountains. We knew that we wanted to live up in the sky. You know, we got that. But like this is letting me live up in the sky. Oh, you know what? Those are way too opaque because I can't see the Mistcraft hut and all this other stuff. Okay, so maybe I'm going to put in some sort of like iron bars or fences, or I guess I could just leave this as is because I've got a little fam guide that lets me jump off things without taking fall damage. So just being able, like, this is my quick release way home if I don't feel like using the Mistcraft. I need to figure out what I want to do with all the lamps. There are so many cool lamps in here, too, and I've been messing with them. And I want to, like, light this whole path not with this row of torches. And, oh, I need to light the actual top of the tower so mobs don't spawn on me when I'm inside up there. You know, this whole thing. And I need to put stairs here. I was like, why do I have so many extra black stairs? Probably because I didn't put them in all the places that they need to be. But good, now I have. Or at least several of them. One thing that's neat about these things is, like cacti, they just, like, eat items. It's the spikes, they're insane. But yeah, okay. So I'm thinking I'm going to go ahead and put in some more windows. Time skip. Now that I've punched holes for the windows in both sides, I'm realizing it really just doesn't look as good without floors in there. So rather than using bright red for the floors, which I'm already... Dang it, I keep forgetting about those spikes. Well, luckily creepers will forget about them too. Finally, part of this is starting to grow, although not where I wanted it to. What I was thinking is, rather than using black floors, which will then have no contrast, or red floors, which, I mean, I'm already using for this tower thing, maybe what I should do is have these have blue floors. So essentially I'd come up to the height of the midpoint there, and just start putting in a basic type floor thing across here that would then break up the building's outline, or break up, when you're looking up through the windows, you won't just see up through the tower. And this will actually also let me do stuff with the redstone more easily, because right now it's kind of a super pain if I need to adjust, like, sometimes I would find dead pixels or something. Whoops. Okay, so break that. Let's see how it would be the best way to do this. Because, like, this definitely runs up into here. But, well, we'll just kind of set it up like this, I guess, for right now. And I don't think I'm going to fill the whole floor in. Like, I think maybe I'll continue allowing these things to run down there so I can just drop between floors quickly. Because this is a maintenance area. But I haven't really thought all of this through entirely. Ooh, also, you know what we're going to need here as well is temporary lighting. Because I don't really have any of that right now. Now, weirdly, I haven't had anything really spawn in here. And I'm not sure if that's because of some sort of built-in anti-spawning function of the brick. Like if these bricks are special, like anti-spawning surfaces or something. So let's see. Okay, so I might have to cut this one out and, well, whatever. I'll just leave it for right now. So, then we'll proceed upward to the next floor and kind of do the same thing. And hopefully this will be just a piece of cake. Time skip. Well, I've made some progress on this, and I think that the blue-black contrast here is subtle, but it does at least communicate that that's, like, there's some depth there. You get the sense that those are indeed windows into whatever lies inside. If you come at it from an angle, you'll see the redstone on either side as well, which I think will look pretty cool. So I'm not going to step on that because I've learned my lesson. Anyway, this is Joe Hills, and I'm pretty happy with where I am. I'm pretty happy with where you are, and I hope you're happy too. And so in the future, I'm going to finish this up, add some stuff, I don't know. If you guys have any cool ideas for this tower, send them in via the comments as well. I wish I could get these street lamps to work better, because the beams disappear for some reason when they're behind the red or in front of the red. I don't know, it's weird. Anyway, this is kind of a disjointed farewell, but I'm excited about this building, and I'm going to make it work. So, until next time, y'all, this is Joe Hills from Nashville, Tennessee. Keep adventuring.